Hey, welcome to Let's Make Miracles.
I'm Alex, and
I'm Jen.
we're working through the Course in Miracles over the course of an entire year.
Yeah. Welcome back. It's lesson 26. That means we've done 25 of these. Yay!
Yay!
We're almost to a month. Almost.
Wow!
Hey, none of that now. Alright. 26. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. So, what is invulnerable to you?
What is invulnerable to me?
Yes.
Like the meaning of the word, or what do I view as invulnerable?
What do you view as invulnerable? Invulnerable. That's gonna be a hard word. That is not invulnerable. I can mess that up all day.
I would say only the divine.
I agree. My link to the divine is invulnerable. But my attack thoughts attack it on a constant basis, I feel like. And that's okay.
That's what they're for.
As rude. I'm trying to speak. As long as I remember that I always have that link, that the divine and I are always entwined. What? Why would you do link? Oh. I was so confused. Oh my god. You're such a nerd. What was I saying? You can't do that to me.
The divine and you are always intertwined.
I'm done. That's just. Can you read the rest of it? Read the lesson. Look, now you got me speaking R's with L's.
Lesson 26.
No! That's so wrong.
My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability.
Stop! Alexander, no.
Okay, fine. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. It is surely obvious that if you can be attacked, you are not invulnerable. You see attack as a real threat. That is because you believe that you can really attack. And what would have effects through you must also have effects on you. It is this law that will ultimately save you, but you are misusing it now. You must therefore learn how it can be used for your own best interests rather than against them. Because your attack thoughts will be projected, you will fear attack. And if you fear attack, you must believe that you are not invulnerable. Attack thoughts therefore make you vulnerable in your own mind, which is where the attack thoughts are. Attack thoughts and invulnerability cannot be accepted together. They contradict each other. The idea for today introduces the thought that you are always attack yourself first. If attack thoughts must entail the belief that you are invulnerable, their effect is to weaken you in your own eyes. Thus they have attacked your perception of yourself, and because you believe in them, you can no longer believe in yourself. A false image of yourself has come to take the place of what you are. Practice with today's idea will help you to understand that vulnerability or invulnerability is the result of your own thoughts. Nothing except your thoughts can attack you. Nothing except your thoughts can make you think you are vulnerable. And nothing except your thoughts can prove to you this is not so. 6 practice periods are required in applying today's idea. A full 2 minutes should be attempted for each of them, although the time may be reduced to a minute if the discomfort is too great. Do not reduce it further. The practice period should begin with repeating the idea for today, then closing your eyes and reviewing the unresolved questions whose outcomes are causing you concern. The concern may take the form of depression, worry, anger, a sense of imposition, fear, foreboding, or preoccupation. Any problem as yet unsettled that tends to recur in your thoughts during the day is a suitable subject. You will not be able to use very many for one practice period because a longer time than usual should be spent with each one. Today's idea should be applied as follows. First, name the situation. I am concerned about blank. Then go over every possible outcome that has occurred to you in that connection and which has caused you concern, referring to each one quite specifically, saying, I am afraid blank will happen. If you are doing the exercises properly, you should have some 5 or 6 distressing possibilities available for each situation you use, and quite possibly more. It is much more helpful to cover a few situations thoroughly than to touch on a larger number. As the list of anticipated outcomes for each situation continues, You will probably find some of them, especially those that occur to you towards the end, less acceptable to you. Try, however, to treat them all alike to whatever extent you can. After you have named each outcome of which you are afraid, tell yourself, that thought is an attack upon myself. That thought is an attack upon myself. Conclude each practice period by repeating today's idea to yourself once more.
This reminds me of the fear setting, which I worked on last Tuesday. It's very similar. You pinpoint your fear, and then you rate it on a scale. You figure out what's the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
What would happen if you left your job or you lost your job? What would your plan of attack be? And there's probably some other things that I'm not remembering in there.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to this, so it's interesting. So you first mentioned, I'm concerned about blank, and then you're afraid of blank will happen. And then to kind of reassure you and then round it all up, it's that thought is an attack upon myself. Interesting. I'm currently trying to do it in my head. I guess I could do it out loud.
You could.
Alright, let's see. What am I concerned about? Oh, Lord. Which one first? How about you go? Are you concerned about your trip?
Not particularly.
Are you concerned about your training? The safety training?
Oh, no. That's just a weird test I gotta take.
What are you concerned about?
I don't know. Where to move to after this? When to move?
So you're concerned
Maybe,
about moving or staying?
Sure.
You're concerned about the future?
I guess, yeah.
What are you afraid will happen? We live in a place that is not best for us?
No. I'm afraid we may buy a place and then move out of the area. I'm afraid we may buy a place that has restrictions on the property that we don't know about, or...
Isn't that illegal?
What? No.
To buy something and
No.
them not tell us the restrictions?
No, it's not illegal.
Oh.
Because usually it's the government restricting. So it's not up to the seller. That's up to the government to make it known. Unless it's an HOA restriction. But I would never buy a house or an empty plot of land in an HOA anyway.
Anyways, what else are you afraid will happen?
I'm afraid that when the real estate crash comes, we may not have enough money to buy up all the cheap property that will be coming on the market. I'm afraid that we may set up a food forest and then find a job that I'll have to move for. I'm afraid that if we build up our rental income here and move away, our rental properties may fall into disrepair because we're not living close enough to keep an eye on it.
Okay, well that one, we've got family here that'll probably keep an eye on it if we ask them to.
Yeah, but this is about fear, not about... I'm supposed to be listing every possible outcome that has occurred to me.
Okay, we'll delete that then.
I'm concerned about moving to a place that will be too close to the water and a hurricane may push up the water over our house and destroy it. I am afraid that possibly flooding unrelated to a hurricane may come and destroy the new place we move to.
You're not even worried about this place, are you?
No, this place has been around since the 80s and has gone through several Category 5 hurricanes. Most damage is done by the water, the storm surge. So, because there's no way for the water to get up into this area, I'm not at all concerned for this place. No.
Okay. One would say this would be the ideal place then. Except it's not enough room.
But that thought is an attack upon myself.
That thought is an attack upon myself.
Do you want to try? Or no?
No, I'm good. Okay. I think I've done enough.
Okay.
Would you like to end the podcast?
Would you like to end the podcast?
No, I'm asking you to end it.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time for lesson 27.
Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us on our Facebook group, Let's Meet Miracles, or on our Instagram pages at Zinfully Ever After and Heart Lotus Guru.
If you could give us a review in iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you listen to podcasts, that would really help us be more visible to more people.
Thanks.